Madden NFL 23. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Colts and the Silver and Black, and it's coming up next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Oh, able to avoid him. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman from 6 yards away. And the Colts are on the board first here in Vegas. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. When he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by Jackson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Back to throw again. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup at 9.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That's good. Completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This defense not budging back-to-back carries in just 2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Rodrigo Blankenship and the Colts field goal unit comes on. This one from 35 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. He'll drop to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams. 34 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Now they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Nichols in there to take him down.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now back to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Called a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Back to throw. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 24-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deshaun Jackson. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side, complete to Taylor. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second and 7. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. The quick feet by Jackson. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw downfield going to be taken in by Jackson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Carlson is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there with a pretty good first half.
And along the way, they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. He'll take the knee in the final couple seconds. Will take away this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They're going to look to throw. They're going right back to Pittman. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved on their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
As they began this drive, they run to attack since they're pulling with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen Mandel's passes fall incomplete.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 19. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jacobs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now back to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Carlson is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's CD an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sides were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Second and 6.
Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll look to throw again. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball caught by Campbell. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
2nd and 4.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Paris Campbell from 6 yards away. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Taken at the goal line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Oh, he shifts past him, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Gets this to Waller.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Able to connect with Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yes, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 26. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Let's go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Six yards left on 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my arm can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused, and they're already celebrating a win.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Colts now down by 7, 40 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. He's back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Pass complete to Taylor. And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now 3rd down. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. He's gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can finally
It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.